The average person in 2026 consumes 174 newspapers worth of data every single day. Think about that volume. Most of it is forgotten in 24 hours. This is the information leak. It's the reason you're working 40 hours a week and staying at exactly the same income level. You aren't lacking talent. You are leaking potential profit. Your brain was never designed to be a hard drive. It was designed to be a processor. But a tiny group of people, the knowledge architects, are doing something different. They aren't trying to remember anything. They've built an AI second brain. This is a system that doesn't just store notes. It actively generates wealth while they sleep. Today, I'm showing you the exact architecture I used to turn a mess of digital noise into a high profit engine. No hustling, no burnout. Just pure, unadulterated leverage. Most of you have what I call a digital graveyard. You save a TikTok, bookmark a tweet, or write a note in an app you never open again. This is passive consumption. It feels like work, but it's actually a form of procrastination. You are collecting bricks, but never building the house. The problem is the folder paradox. In 2026, folders are dead. If it takes more than 3 clicks to find an idea, your brain treats that idea as non-existent. You are suffering from keyword blindness. You have the information, but you can't see the value. To make a profit, your ideas need to collide. Wealth is created when an insight from a book you read in March meets a market trend you saw this morning. If those two ideas live in separate folders, the profit never happens. Innovation is simply the intersection of two previously unrelated thoughts. If your digital life is siloed, your income will be too. To build a second brain for profit, we use a 2026 version of the PARA method. Projects, areas, resources, and archives. But we've added a critical AI intelligence layer. This layer turns your notes from static text into an active workforce. Step 1 is the capture filter. Instead of saving everything, use an AI agent to summarize for profit. Most people save an entire article. An architect saves a 3-bullet point summary focused on utility. When you save a piece of content, the AI instantly asks you, how can this be monetized? If there is no answer, the note is discarded. This prevents your second brain from becoming a digital junkyard. You only keep what has a high probability of ROI. Step 2 is the synthesis engine. This is where the magic happens. In 2026, we don't tag notes. We use semantic search. You don't look for a note. You have a conversation with your library. You ask your second brain, based on everything I've saved this month, what are the top 3 gaps in the AI productivity market? The AI doesn't just list notes. It parses 500 different sources of your own curated data and gives you a business plan. You aren't struggling to think. You're synthesizing. You are acting as the conductor of an orchestra of ideas. Here is how this actually makes money. I use my second brain to automate content arbitrage. I feed my AI brain a specific prompt, review my resources folder on AI productivity, identify the recurring pain points mentioned across these 10 articles, and draft a high-value newsletter that solves the top 3 problems my audience is facing. What used to take 10 hours of research, manual cross-referencing, and grueling writing now takes 15 minutes of system management. By offloading the holding and sorting of information to your AI brain, you free up 100% of your human brain for high-level strategy. You stop being the librarian and start being the CEO. That is where the big checks are. The market doesn't pay you for what you know. It pays you for how you apply what you know. The trap most people fall into is trying to organize their entire past. Don't try to move 10 years of messy notes into a new system today. That is a distraction disguised as progress. Start with project-based capture. Only save what you need for your next $1,000. Focus on the immediate mission. Use a 2026 native tool like Building.ai or Cloud Cowork. These tools don't just hold your notes. They talk back to you. They remind you of connections you forgot. They suggest improvements to your logic. They become your high-level business partner, not your dusty filing cabinet. They turn your digital footprint into a wealth-generating asset. The difference between a consumer and a creator in 2026 is their systems. A consumer drowns in the data stream. A creator builds a dam and harvests the power. If you're ready to stop leaking profit and start building your second brain, I've put the Knowledge Architect starter kit in the description. The era of the generalist is over. The era of the architect has begun. Stop being the glue in your business, trying to hold every detail together with your own memory. Be the architect, build the system, and let the system build your wealth. I'll see you in the 1%.